Do you like apple butts or do you like round, like heart-shaped butts?
I don't know. I just like big butts, and they do not lie.
And I kind of
don't
want none
until
until
you
you
got
got
buns,
buns,
hun.
God.
Hi guys, it's Laura, and this is my Jew.
Yes, I am the Jew that wrote the book, the entire book.
Yes.
I think I'm looking pretty damn good for 3,000.
Right. Like, when Joseph Smith says, out of the mouth of the Jew,
I'm the Jew.
This is the Jew. I thought you guys should know. I found, like, legit proof that Joseph Smith was right.
I'm the Jew.
The Jew. It's just a Jew. Yep. But what did you say about Nephi?
Well, first off, actually, hold on. Actually, first off, my name is Mickey. I just realized there is massive branding on my t-shirt.
Whatever.
Yeah. Please don't copyright us. Peppers, we love you.
Yeah. All it looks like to me is this is hot chili.
Hot chili. Sure.
Hot chill.
Yo, so, okay, I know what's going on with Nephi. Nephi, what actually happened is when his brothers were, like, beating the shit out of him, like, they, and pardon my language, they beat him so hard that he's now in a coma, and this entire crazy, like, shit that he's doing, like, everything that's going on, basically is just almost like a coma dream. Like, it's not actually happening. He's in a fucking coma. They're living in tents, and he's in a tent somewhere in a coma.
He's in a
that's
coma.
what's going on.
So he's literally just a coma-ing all of this.
Yeah. Let me take off my glasses, because I have, like, mad glare on my glasses. And now I can't see shit. Yeah.
It's okay. You don't need to see shit. It's better if you don't know what I'm doing. I mean, it's better if they can see your face.
Yeah.
Anyways, but yeah, this is my friend Mickey.
Hi.
This is the one we were making jokes about being the Jew friend.
I am the token Jew friend.
And so yeah, we're over at their house right now. Him and his fiance's house. So
new background
for the weekend. And I was legit like, let's record, because I brought my camera and from the conception of this show.
With my hair. Sorry, guys. I had it fine on that side. Now this side's gonna be in my face.
Anyways, from the conception of the show, I did want to have him on. So, yay! And before you guys like him more than Victor, and they're just like, no, we need
I break up
Mickey
a marriage.
Now. You break up a marriage just because our show doesn't go well?
Totally.
So you're just gonna steal me from him?
Wouldn't be the first time.
Oh. See this cockiness? It's what I like about him. It's fine. Alright, so guys, we left off in first Nephi, as always, and chapter 18 is where we are now. Let's listen to the lady whose voice is so fucking soft that we have no idea what she's saying half the time. Sounds great. Let's turn this down, though, so it doesn't blow out the microphone. That'd be great.
I could legit go to sleep to her.
I know.
Such a soothing voice.
I'm so glad that she only does the intro, though.
Yeah.
Because Victor and I would never finish the chapter. We'd just be like on each other sleeping. I'd be like, oh crap, I'm supposed to be paying attention. Alright, let's listen to the soft spoken lady. Do you remember there was one chapter where she was not narrating and I was just like,
it was weird.
The Book of Mormon.
What?
Another testament of Jesus Christ.
Chapter 18.
Okay, there she is.
The ship is finished. The births of Jacob and Joseph are mentioned. The company embarks for the promised land. The sons of Ishmael and their wives join in revelry and rebellion. Nephi is bound, and the ship is driven back by a terrible tempest. Nephi is freed, and by his prayer, the storm ceases.
What are they doing?
They arrive in the promised land.
We'll go over it as they read it.
And it came to pass that they did worship the Lord, and did go forth with me,
Random worship.
and we did work timbers of curious workmanship. And the Lord did show me from time to time after what manner I should work the timbers of the ship. Now I, Nephi, did not work the timbers after the manner which was learned by men, neither did I build the...
Men didn't know how to build ships yet.
I think that's like the same thing with like Noah. Like,
Right, it's like Noah. How did Noah build the ark when?
like,
But it's like, no, it's okay, guys. God told me how to do it.
okay, and
Fine.
so super fast. Like, my mom is Jewish, which is why I'm Jewish, and then my dad is a born again United Methodist Christian.
Okay.
So, and you knew this,
Yeah,
but
mhm. They didn't, so.
yeah. So I have like a little bit of studies in both books. Well, all three books, because depending on what you're reading, the Torah, the Talmud, and the Biblia. But like the descriptions, we know the measurements of what Noah's Ark would have been, and given even our technology that we have today, we can't build ships the way that they're saying that they built Noah's Ark. It wouldn't work. Sorry, I'm gonna like hit you. I talk with my
fine.
hands.
I do too.
Like worse
That's
than
why
you do.
this thing is sometimes it gets fuzzy.
Oh,
This
I'm
is-
sorry. I can't see. I don't have my.
No,
glasses
it's
on.
okay if it gets fuzzy because I do it all the time when you
But-
watch our episodes. You know,
I
I'm
know.
like, oh my hands.
But it wouldn't work. So like I'm like imagining like Nephi
Trying to
and
build a
but no,
boat.
I'm imagining like Nephi and Noah. They're like having like a speedboat.
A speedboat.
They're having like an ark race.
It's a ark race, and they're trying to figure out which god ship is better.
But isn't it the same God? Like,
Well, yeah, I mean, I guess, but like Victor
Which
and I
one of us-
we refer to the Bio God and the Book of Mormon God as separate because like there's literally no continuity. Like
that is true. It's the
because-
Morgan
yeah.
Morgan Freeman God versus
Morgan Bible Reloaded God versus Zen Zephyr God.
Yeah. Like I wonder though, like because like Noah had all the animals, like would he really be able to compete because he'd have like all the extra
All that
drag,
weight.
like just from the elephants, he'd have all that extra.
Yeah, and
drag.
they just have their family, which is probably pretty big at this point because it's like,
Yeah.
let's see here, there's how many women? Let's see. So there's the
brothers,
the brothers. So there's 3 brothers,
their wives,
and then I'm just trying to think of how many women there was to start with. So I'm thinking of, and then there was the one guy who was a servant of Laban. So there's probably at least 4 couples who can bear children.
plus all of them had kids,
And so then they all had kids, so...
and then
it's gotta
some of
be
their
fairly
kids had
large.
kids too.
No, it's only been 8 years. It's only been 8 years.
I thought it was longer than that.
No, it's 8 years between the time that they started traveling in the wilderness and when they got to the shore. So no, 8-year-olds are not having babies yet.
Well, but this is assuming that like, because he did have older brothers, didn't he?
yeah.
So some of their siblings might have had like their children might have been like older and now.
Yeah, but they didn't have any children yet.
Oh, that is true.
Yeah. Like, they all had them.
Anyways,
around.
never mind. I'm like,
It's okay,
I'm
we-
rambling. You can.
Both of us are ramblers and we're
Um,
recording a video together. Isn't this
uh,
great, guys?
There was something else I was gonna say.
But no, what I was gonna say is it was funny that he was saying he wasn't building ships after the manner of men, but after the manner of God. But men aren't even building ships, so he's literally
Yeah.
saying, "I'm just building a ship because God said so."
I'm not gonna make that shit.
ship after the manner of men. But I did build it after the manner which the Lord had shown unto me. Wherefore it was not after the manner of men. And I, Nephi, did go into the mount oft, and I did pray oft unto the Lord. Wherefore the Lord showed unto me great things.
Great thing.
And it came to pass that after I had finished the ship, according to the word of the Lord, my brethren beheld that it was good, and that the workmanship thereof was exceedingly fine. Wherefore they did humble...
It was good. It's good. It's fine.
Yo, bro, that's a nice ship.
It's fine, guys. I know we said that it was shit and that you wouldn't be able to build a boat, but yeah, it's all right.
Oh,
Whatever.
I remember I was gonna say. Like, I was talking about, like, the revelry. So, like, I imagine, like, they're having, like, this party, right? Because that's what a revelry is. So they're having, like, this huge party. And then all of a sudden, like one of the brothers just gets too drunk.
And he's like, I'm gonna fucking murder
remember
you.
that time that we fucking beat the shit out of Nephi?
It's
Let's
great.
do that again.
Let's do that.
Again.
Themselves again before the Lord. And it came to pass that the voice of the Lord came unto my father, that we should arise and go down into the ship. And it came to pass that on the morrow, after we had prepared all things, much fruits and meat from the wilderness, and honey in abundance, and provisions according to that which the Lord...
See, I don't get still why they don't just stay there. Like, Nephi's like, no, let's be bolder.
You have all this nice crap.
All this nice, this is a nice land. But Nephi's like, no, this
like,
isn't the promised land.
Obviously, you're not having any problems or, like, supplying for your family.
Exactly, but it's like, no, God wants us to go farther, dig deeper, and then not strike oil.
Yep.
We were watching games about oil earlier.
That turmoil reference.
It commanded us, we did go down into the ship, with all our loading and our seeds and whatsoever thing we had brought with us, every one according to his age. Wherefore we did all go down into the ship with our wives and our children. And now my father had begat 2 sons in the wilderness. The elder was called Jacob, and the younger Joseph.
Oh wait, he
Oh,
said
God,
that he had more
it's
kids.
So there are.
He has siblings now. He has more siblings.
Where are all his sisters, yo? Like,
But
are
what
they
was
just
that
like
details? Why did they just randomly throw that in when they were about to leave? Oh, by the way, Lehi had more babies.
He's getting in on you.
Yeah,
That
he's
10
old as
is
fuck.
off limits except for to Mama.
That's why he's dwelling in it so often. Mm-hmm.
I'm wondering, like, because it's not mentioning any sisters except like. But, like, the women seem to be really important, like, but it's not mentioning any sisters, so, like, is he just, like,
I don't think he
throwing?
has sisters.
Like, is, like, his dad, like, just going and, like, throwing, like, the baby girls, like, out the back of the tent or something?
Oh my God.
What's going on?
It could just be genes. Oh my God.
I'm sorry, you do not have sex that often and not end up with a baby girl. He's got, like, 7 kids at this point.
7 kids. It's just
And
like
no
all
girls.
the babies. No girls.
And no girls.
No girls. That's okay. My my uncle, who's a Mormon, literally had like 5 daughters before he had a son. I'm serious. And then they had more daughters. I was just like, shit, yo. But yeah, they are your normal replicating Mormon family.
I know a family of another branch of religion is really big on families. Irish Catholics.
Irish Catholics. All the bebebs.
I know a family with like 13 kids. It's insane.
Yay!
And it came to pass, after we had all gone down into the ship, and had taken with us our provisions and things which had been commanded us, we did put forth into the sea, and were driven forth before the wind towards the promised land.
It's the weirdest way to say that we started sailing. We
Yeah,
put
'cause it
forth
sounds
into
like-
the sea.
It sounds like
It
the
sounds like
boat
they
was.
dumped everything into the sea.
It sounds like the boat was like on the land, and then all of a sudden they were like,
They're
"We're going to load this boat on land," and then suddenly put it in the water while we're off the boat, and then like, swim out to the boat. That's what it sounds like.
the best way to board a boat ever. God didn't tell me how we were supposed to get on it. So I just assumed that we push it out there and then we get back on it. And his brothers are like, wouldn't it be easier to just get on the boat?
And then like
then
use sticks or
and
something.
we use sticks and then we get out there?
No, we
this
have
is-
to build a ladder.
It'll
And,
totally work this way. It's fine.
I
It's
can
fine.
understand why they wanted to like throw him overboard.
And after we had been driven forth before the wind for the space of many days, behold, my brethren, and the sons of Ishmael, and also their wives, began to make themselves merry, insomuch that they began to dance, and to sing, and to speak with much rudeness, yea,
Much
even that they
rudeness.
did forget by what power they had been brought
They were
thither.
being rude.
Yea, they were lifted up unto exceeding rudeness. And I, Nephi, began to fear exceedingly, lest the Lord should be angry with us, and smite us because of our iniquity, that we should...
Apparently, God is gonna smite them for having too much fun on a boat.
Well, because they're getting too rude in their funness.
They're too rude. Therefore, God is like, oh, I'm sorry I made you go on this huge ass boat.
You didn't want to be on to begin
I'm still
with.
gonna get pissy at you for being too happy and rude.
This god is like so passive aggressive.
I know.
Like I can't even take it. I want to punch this god in the face.
This is
which
why I
is
call
really
him the
bad.
pussy god, though. Because he
He's so
legit,
passive aggressive.
cannot get shit done because he just whines. He just whines, and then he
They
wonders
don't
why
like
people
me.
are still doing shit the wrong way.
be swallowed up in the depths of the sea. Wherefore I, Nephi, began to speak to them with much soberness. But behold, they were angry with me, saying, We will not that our younger brother shall be a ruler over us. And it came to
I would
pass
be
that
there.
Laman and Lemuel did take me and bind me with cords, and they did treat me with much harshness. Nevertheless the Lord did suffer it, that he might show forth his power unto the fulfilling of his word which he had spoken concerning the wicked.
much,
This is like
much harshness.
This is like, it's going from like revelry to like they were drinking a lot to now it's like slowly like it, and now they're getting to bondage. It's like slowly creeping towards like orgy levels of like creepiness.
Oh my god, what's that beeping?
That's your timer.
Why did I was supposed to have stopwatch, not timer? I just decided for the timer to go too. Weird. Anyways, I'll just cut that out. But
I
go ahead.
mean, like, if like orgies are your thing, like, do you, boo? But like, if this is getting to like to be like a wincest orgy, and like I'm not okay with that. Like,
that is hilarious though. But no, they're probably just gonna beat the shit out of him some more, and God's gonna like.
he's gonna start liking it before too long.
Stop. Like, to me, God is just this really whiny teenager. He's not a full grown God yet, so like, he's
the
kind
one-
of experimenting.
So there was on Reddit TM there was a, I don't know if that's trademarked, so I just threw that.
Yeah. I mean,
I
I'm
don't
sure
know.
you can say Reddit, and you're not getting in trouble.
I don't know. That one bitch was like really, like their president or whatever was like really like.
But everybody talks about fucking Reddit.
That is true. See, my bad language is rubbing off on you. I'm a bad
I
influence.
cuss on this show all the time. You watch it. How do you not know this shit?
I know, but like it's. I guess just because I'm cussing and like noticing it more.
I guess.
But there was a thing that a writing prompt where it was like, you're a god in training and you realize you only have like 7 days to come up with like a universe project. What do you do? And it was supposed to be like the God of like the Bible and like the Mormon God and like.
So is that why crap? What's his name? That one YouTuber who does the little baby the little baby helper of God. Oh shit! Why can't I remember?
Creationist cat?
No,
Armored skeptic?
something matters. Shit.
Dark matters?
Yeah, Dark Matter. He did a whole series on where God comes from, and it was. Have you seen that one?
I've seen his series, but I don't think I've seen that particular series.
I'll show it to you.
I'm
later.
just like doing shout outs to like
Yeah, just everybody
all
do
the-
the thing.
the YouTube atheists out there.
YouTube atheists. Yes. By the way, he is atheist. So
Yes.
agnostic, atheists, Christian people, everybody's welcome.
Hindus, pagans,
Everybody.
Buddhists, I'm not sure if I said Buddhists or Hindus earlier.
You said Hindu.
So Buddhists and Hindus, both of you.
Everybody,
are welcome.
all the
Muslims,
things.
Jews.
Even Mormons who are angry at us.
I can't think of any other major religions right now. Off the
That's
top of my
whatever.
head.
Religions that do things. Anyways, let's see what they do.
Pastafarians are welcome.
Pastafarians, definitely.
And it came to pass that after they had bound me, insomuch that I could not move, the compass,
Such
which had been
bad writing.
prepared of the Lord, did cease to work.
Yea, after they bound me in such a way that I could
Not move.
How else are they gonna fucking bound you?
You know, just kind of loosely, like that one time they tied him up, and then like they just.
He's just gonna like inchworm his way everywhere.
Yep, that's right.
Inchworm.
Wherefore they knew not whither they should steer the ship, insomuch that there arose a great storm, yea, a great and terrible tempest, and we were driven back upon the waters for the space of 3 days. And they began to be frightened exceedingly, lest they should be drowned in the sea. Nevertheless they did not loose me. And on the 4th day,
So why did it take them 3 whole days to let him go?
I don't know. But my question is how well thought out is this plan that they're like, yo, he's the only one that knows how to drive this ship. Let's tie him the fuck up and not have him explain this to us.
We're not gonna do shit. It's fine. We'll kill him later. Like, why are they even tying him up if they're not even gonna kill him? Like, whatever. It's dumb.
Like, if you're
day
gonna
which
tie
we
him
had
up,
been
throw him
driven back,
overboard.
the tempest began to be exceedingly sore. And it came to pass that we were about to be swallowed up in the depths of the sea. And after we had been driven back upon the waters for the space of 4 days, my brethren began to see that the judgments of God were upon them, and that they must perish, save that they should repent of their iniquities.
Or maybe they just realize that they don't know how to steer the goddamn ship.
And that maybe if they hadn't tied up the captain, they could, like,
They
steer
could
around
steer
the
the ship.
storm.
I love it though how, like, you can tell it's not gonna happen, but Nephi makes assumptions that God is just gonna, like, kill all of them, even though a good deal of, like, at least him and probably his family are faithful. So he's just gonna be like, fuck it.
It's gonna
I'll
turn
drown
into
all-
whale them.
The project failed. He's just gonna start over with a new Nephi.
He's just gonna, like, escape,
it's a game
control,
now.
alt, escape, restart.
Restart.
At least they're not saying, like, they're using these words so badly, but at least they're not saying smote anymore.
Right now.
With some of these words, I feel like we just need, like the picture from, like, Princess Bride, like, right here. It's just, like, the meme that says, like, you keep using that word.
I don't think you know what you think that it does.
That word doesn't mean what you think
it
it means.
means.
Yeah.
I don't think you know what that word means.
Wherefore they came unto me, and loosed the bands which were upon my wrists. And behold, they had swollen exceedingly. And also mine ankles were much swollen, and great was the soreness thereof.
What were you
Nevertheless,
doing?
I did look unto my God, and I did praise him all the day long.
Just now.
And I did not murmur
After
against the
4
Lord
days.
because of mine afflictions.
I'm gonna now ask for help.
Now my father Lehi had said many things unto them, and also unto the sons of Ishmael. But
scorn them
behold,
the whole time?
they did breathe
You
out
sure
much
did
threatenings
that.
against anyone that should speak for me. And my parents, being stricken in years, and having suffered much grief because of their children,
But have
they were
more
brought
babies.
down, yea, even upon their sick beds.
Yay.
Because of their grief and much sorrow, and the iniquity of my brethren, they were brought near even to be carried out of this time to meet their God. Yea, their gray hairs were
Yea.
about to be brought down
This
to
is
lie
literally
low
like-
in the dust.
I
Yea,
love how he's like, let me talk about how we're on a boat. Now let's talk about how old my parents are.
How this is going to kill my parents that
Like,
they tied me up.
I
Also,
just-
the fact that he hasn't had blood flow to his hands or feet. He's like, yo, bitch, I can't feel my hands or feet. For 4 days, like, that shit is dead by now. Let's
Also,
just talk about
I just
that.
think it's funny the progression into him talking about his parents being old and dying. It's like, oh, let me not even finish the story and just like gloss over the fact that they're old. Let me go into detail about how fucking old they are and they're gonna fucking
that their hair
die.
is turning to dust. That's how old they are.
This is exactly how old they are. Ridiculous.
Even they were near to be cast with sorrow into a watery grave. And Jacob and Joseph also, being young, having need of much nourishment, were grieved because of the afflictions of their mother. And also my wife, with her tears and prayers, and also my children, did not soften the hearts of my brethren that they would loose me. And there was nothing, save it were the power of God, which threatened them with destruction, could soften their hearts. Wherefore, when they saw that they were about to be swallowed up in the depths of the sea, they repented of the thing which they had done, insomuch that they loosed me. And it came to pass, after they had loosed me, behold, I took the compass, and it did work whither I desired it. And it came to pass that I prayed unto the Lord, and after I had prayed, the winds did cease, and the storm did cease, and there was a great calm.
I'm looking.
And it came to pass that I, Nephi, did.
I love. Well, and probably not, because Joseph Smith is just a dumb idiot. But of course, he didn't get anyone to edit this shit because. Oh, it's a sacred text that I translated. Doesn't need to be edited or anything. Stand by while we look up words and things.
Loose is not a word.
Loose is not a word, guys. It's officially not a word of things that are things of words. With things of other words. Alright. Let's finish up this chapter.
It guide the ship, that we sailed again towards the promised land. And it came to pass that after we had sailed for the space of many days, we did arrive at the promised land, and we went forth upon the land, and
I love how it's just like, we got there!
I love how one of my favorite things of this is when they're like, my mother was so old that her hair was turning to dust, but she had babies. But if she dies when we're throwing her overboard, we're going to throw my younger brothers overboard because they still need her nourishment. So instead of taking care of them and adopting them, we're just going to throw them overboard.
We're going to throw them overboard too. It's fine. Everyone's going to go to a watery grave anyways. It's
fine.
It's 100% fine.
It's kosher.
It's kosher. Oh my goodness.
As them Jews would say.
Them Jews. Alright, let's finish up.
Did pitch our tents, and we did call it the promised land.
The promised.
And it came to pass that we did begin to till the earth, and we began to plant seeds. Yea, we did put all our seeds into the earth which we had brought.
Okay, I just want to say though, this is the shit I was talking about with Victor earlier. So the last place they were already had enough shit for them. Everything was provided for. Now there's nothing. They have to start over.
And they're still intense. They're still intense.
From the land of Jerusalem. And it came to pass that they did grow exceedingly, wherefore we were blessed in abundance.
Yay.
And it came to pass that we did find upon the land of promise, as we journeyed in the wilderness, that there were beasts in the forests of every kind, both the cow and the ox, and the ass and the horse, and the goat and the wild goat, and all manner of wild animals which were for the use of men. And we did find all manner of ore, both of gold, and of silver, and of copper.
But yeah, it's been proven,
and a wild goat.
It's been proven that most of those animals were not indigenous to America.
Yeah, cows aren't indigenous. The only cows that are indigenous to the United States are the Longhorn.
Yeah, so they wouldn't have been there when they came over. So it's just, but of course Joseph Smith is just thinking of the most common animals and sticking them there because he doesn't understand the concept of moving animals from one country to the next.
I'm sorry, but the differentiation between goats and wild goats.
That was funny. He is weird as fuck.
Like, are some of them in pens and some of them not in pens? Like, how does he differentiate between those two? Like,
that is hilarious. Maybe he meant like sheep and then goats, but he couldn't really tell the difference. So he's just like, we'll just call these ones goats and these ones wild goats.
The ones that are woolier, wild goats.
That is fabulous.
They make a different sound, but they're obviously the same animal.
Yeah, but I love how they're in the promised land now, and it almost made it seem like they just got there like this. Like they had one hiccup, because everybody was like,
one hiccup
"You
where
are a
everyone
dick."
almost died, and we almost threw our little brothers overboard.
We're just like, fuck it, whatever. We don't need you or anything. Oh,
My question is, what's the cutoff age between, like, where you don't throw your baby brothers overboard?
Also, what's the cutoff age for nourishment in this text?
Yeah.
Like, they're traveling for 8 years. Still, I don't know how old they are. But it makes it sound like they nurse these kids for a really long time.
Yeah. But, like, it made them sound like they were old enough, like, to talk to the brothers and stuff and be like, yo, can you please let him go?
Right.
Because, like, it made it sound like they were having conversations, but at the same
Right.
time, like, well, you're only, like, 7 or 8, so sorry, kids, you gotta go overboard.
We're gonna throw you out now. Bye. But
Sorry,
yeah.
you don't know how to swim.
Have fun! Alright, so that was chapter 18. Obviously, there was a lot of fuckery. One of the things that I find hilarious is you literally do not get a chapter about Nephi building the boat, like him actually working on the boat. One chapter is just him talking about starting building the boat, and then the next one is, I'm done with the boat!
It's done, yo.
It's done. The boat is done. Like, you don't hear about how the boat was made. And also, so, a lot of people assume what the boat was like, because he doesn't really describe it. He just says it's a big boat.
I'm using your hammer
It's a
to
big
fix
boat.
my hair.
Oh, really? I don't care.
I do.
I
But
would use
anyways,
it to fix
continue.
my hair, but,
You have some sticking up, like, here.
Oh,
and
I
here.
know. It's
Anyways, continue with your
awful.
outro. I'm being a bitch and distracting you.
It's fun. It's funny. I don't care. It's whatever. Anyways. But yeah, so that's chapter 18, First Nephi, of course, and lots of fuckery. And now I guess we'll actually get to hear about the Promised Land, where, you know, Laman and Lemuel apparently become savages and shit, and Nephi and Sam become just elevated, civilized creatures that can apparently build, I don't know, fucking iron bows and magically make cows appear. You know? Just whatever. Alright, so
Bye-bye.
you get to see this lovely man for 2 more episodes because we record in advance. So 2 more episodes of this zesty face.
With the bags that don't cooperate.
Alright, guys. So, you know, social medias and whatnots. This one does not have a channel, so I can't
Nope.
link you. But
Patreon this bitch.
Patreon me. Like, give Victor and I money so that we can maybe come here more often, and then you
Yeah.
can see more.
If you give this bitch money, I'll be back more often.
Yeah,
So if you like me, you need to give them money.
if you like me, don't give me money, give them money.
Plus, she still owes me food, so if you give her money, then she gives me money through food.
It's true.
It works.
I wanted you to come over, but you couldn't. I was gonna take you to Alice. It's okay.
I know. Med
Life.
school just takes up so
Life.
much time, though.
True. Alright. Bye, guys.
Bye.
No, oh, oh, oh. Oh, no, oh, oh. No, oh, oh, oh. Hold on, girl, now wait just a minute. I've got something to say, you should hear it.